Jeremiah Shaw. I go by Jerry. I go to University of Colorado Springs. I'm a captain for the rugby team there, and I'm a 88 Mike in the New Mexico National Guard. My grandpa, he served in Vietnam with the 25th ID. He got a Silver Star and 2 Bronze Stars. And then as far as the rest of my family, I know that they served back in the Civil War. My mom, she was a bit older when she enlisted. I think she was 24, 25. So like coming in, you're considered like old. And then she was just kind of like one of those hard people who's like hard to knock down. So she joined the Navy and she liked it. So she wanted to like really challenge herself. So she went to submarine rescue school and completed that. And then when she got stationed on a ship, that's where she met my dad, and they just kind of kicked it off, and then the story kind of goes from there. On one side, it's like, oh, you've got some big shoes to fill, right? Like that's a big kind of legacy to try and fulfill. But on the other part, like I want to create my own legacy, which is why I went with the Army as opposed to the Navy. I'm not really a big fan of ships. It kind of weirds me out the way they rock, and the ocean's scary at night, so the Army just seemed like a better fit. I enlisted when I was 17. I was still a junior in high school. My mom had to sign for me so that I could. When I enlisted, it was 2020, so COVID was going on, so that was another challenge. We didn't have like family day, or my mom couldn't go to MEPS or anything like that, so that was another struggle. The biggest thing that I got from the Army is I can pretty much get through anything as long as I have a couple minutes to myself every day to kind of collect myself and lick my wounds, so to speak. So that was the biggest thing. With contracting, there was always an objective, which is I like same thing with the military, but whether it be you're just getting your stuff ready to go for a training exercise or deployment or whatever it may be. Same thing as with contracting. Maybe you have a big project coming up, or you have a big audit that's coming. So you gotta, make sure everything's lined up, right? Make sure everybody's got their ducks in a row so that you can kind of complete that mission. It's like a very clear, this is what you have to do to be successful. I'm willing to do just about anything to complete the task, whatever that may be. At my last one, I was pretty much the first one to show up and the last one to leave every day, just because I joined the company at a weird point. So they were going from like a smaller company to kind of upgrading to a big one. So I'd stay up from 8 to 8 pretty much just about every day, trying to get everything set for the audits coming up. I think the biggest one is loyalty. That kind of like speaks for itself, you know what I mean? Like with anything, you kind of got to be loyal for it to grow. If I could find something where I can, get paid well and work with my hands, I don't mind the paperwork stuff or the being at the computer every now and again, but I just like to do something like physical. I just try and do the best that I can and kind of learn as much as I can so that when the time comes, I can pass the torch to the next generation and they can be good at their jobs.